It's another day. Today is going to be fun-filled, most likely. I will probably be doing some filming with Joe on the After Prison show today. That'll be my activity for today, most likely. I do have to try and work on my situation with primary care physicians, so I'll be making phone calls while I'm filming with Joe. And on top of all that, I also have to take care of getting a dentist, and I'm still trying to work some issues out, trying to figure out a way to get a vehicle. This situation with the vehicle is, to say the least, a little difficult. When you make about $100, $120 a week, making $250 roughly every 2 weeks, it's kind of hard to save any money up. Even with the assistance that I get, public assistance I get for, EBT and things like that, I still can't manage to save up money. I'm paying for Ubers every time it rains because I can't ride a bicycle in the rain and go to work. Some of you might be like, well, sure you can. Why can't you? Well, you know what, man? Because I don't want to stand around for 8 hours soaking wet. Oh, bring another change of clothes. Oh, okay. What about the backpack I put him in that's soaked also? Anyway, so let's just go ahead and leave that alone. I'm not even going to get into that situation. But on a positive note, on a really super positive note, I've actually talked to a friend of mine. He is gonna do a Zoom interview with me. And when I tell you that me and this guy have history, let me tell you something, man. We got history. So going all the way back to the golden days of when I couldn't remember my name sometimes. Anyway, so we're gonna rehash some of that wonderful footage of my life, and we're gonna see what he has to say in his sobriety, because he is in recovery also, which is fantastic. I'm super proud of him. Shout out to you, Zach. I'm really proud of you, bro. Look, we do recover. Not all of us go to prison, go to jail, and come home, and get right back on track. Some of us actually do get our crap together. So anyway, that being said, I do want to let you know about that upcoming interview. I also want to tell you that I am actually going to be doing some other content as well. I've got another individual who I am going to be doing a Zoom with. I can't really tell you anything about it. No spoiler alerts on this one, because that particular story is really kind of close to the heart, a little close to the heart. Anyway, so I'm really glad you guys are tuning in. I appreciate anyone and everyone that's watching my content. I really do. This is my first go at this, so bear with me. I was gonna tell you, wow, it's cool. I was gonna tell you a story. Let's do a little story time. Story time is cool. So here's a little story for you. Back in the bad old days, because they weren't good, there was nothing good about that, I had a female that I was dating, who I have a child with. I don't put my personal life out there and anything to do with my son or anything to do with the situation, circumstances with him. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm sorry. It's not open for discussion. If you ask me questions about it, I'm not going to reply. I apologize, but that is where I draw the line. This is social media, and there are a lot of people out there that would use things like that against you, so I won't entertain that. I apologize, but that is where I have to draw the line. Anyway, but I have a son. He's 6. Anyway, the girl that I was with, and when I say girl, I use that literally. I met the girl. She was in a really bad situation where she was at. She was living with someone who was pimping her out to support his dope habit. And subsequently, I put on my hero cape and grabbed my hero card and said, dun, 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 Captain Save-A-Ho to the rescue. And that's what happened. Yeah, so we wound up in a relationship when I didn't want a relationship. She wound up pregnant when I didn't want her to get pregnant. And she continued this really cool slide downhill. And I was right next to her on the slide, doing the same thing. And addiction was horrible. And the outcome was horrible. And the prostitution, the drug selling, all of those things that were involved at that time, when I think back on it, makes me nauseous that I allowed myself to be involved in a situation like that. So, anyway, a little bit of story time on that. Now, let's switch gears a little bit. I was able to move to Maryland for a while, and I made some really good friends in the sober community, networking up there, and it was really cool. Unfortunately, some circumstances happened with me and a female that I was engaged to up there, and I just destroyed everything. It really did. And you find out that, you know what? People in sobriety are just as shitty as people that aren't. And that's a fact. But that's what it is, and that's another story, and we'll discuss that at some point in time. Hey, look, I just want to go ahead and do this morning because I want to let you know what's going on. I've already had my coffee, I've already had my breakfast, and I hope that you're having yours this morning. Anyway, I am really, really happy to be here with you guys. I am enjoying this time with you. I hope that you are as well.